Hey, so today I want to talk a little bit about an experiment we kind of ran recently, which was around Instagram and kind of responsibility. So we put four teenage girls in charge of our Instagram account for our club and our brand and our company, right? Um, and you would expect that to be a risky move, maybe giving teenagers control of your company's identity online or whatever. But this was a really good experiment, and I'll go into the why now in a minute. So to set the context, there is every year a summer training camp in Ireland. The ITA run it. It's a Taekwondo training camp for kind of all ages, from small kids up to adults, kind of all over the country. It's a good experience. It's a really good day. It's a weekend. Sorry, it kind of starts on the Friday and runs till the Monday, and I couldn't attend this year, so it's a great chance to get kind of digital content and relay, and keep up to date with what's going on in the community, in the Taekwondo community in Ireland. So we had a number of people going, including these four teenagers, and we said, right, here's the chance. Some of these are they're kind of, well, they're 13, 14, that sort of age bracket, and some of them are helping me as assistants in the class with their very small kids. And some of them have been training with me for a few years now. So what was really interesting was why we did this, right? So first of all, I kind of wanted to see what would happen when we put teenagers in charge of Instagram, and see if we could get that kind of teenager perspective on our social media, because it's all well and good me posting content like that, but I'm not a teenager, so I can't get that feel, right? So we wanted to trust them, and that was the second half of it, right? It's responsibility. It's about, you're in charge of the club's image and brand. Go for it. So I mean, why the whole reason there? I mean, the other thing was they were there. They were going to be at the event that I couldn't be at to document, so it was a chance to get that documented as well. But it was a secondary lesson in responsibility, right? And that was a kind of a secondary byproduct of this. But obviously the main focus of it wasn't for me to send them down as kind of, social media documenters for the whole weekend. They were there to train and enjoy the summer camp, and they definitely did, and that was the plan, first and foremost, not to be, my minions dispatched to to document all this stuff so I can produce digital content, right? So it was really interesting to watch, and it gave me a real insight into the kind of teenage brain space when it comes to social media. So I definitely feel like there was a weight of responsibility on them that they were aware of, and it came across in the stuff they posted, which was okay. There's no bad content, right? It's there's I mean, the only thing was that it had to be related to Taekwondo, right? That and they did a really good job. I was really impressed. I was really impressed by the stuff they put out, and it gave me a real insight into where the attention is. So the first thing that we got when we turned on the phone and said, oh, there's us posting, was story. It wasn't feed, it wasn't live, it was Instagram story. And that was really interesting, because the rest of the thing was documented mainly in stories, and we actually had to egg them on a little bit to post to the feed. I think because the feed is more permanent, there's a sense of oh, I can't get away from that. And you can't, you just delete it, right? But the one of the things I really enjoyed about this whole experiment was that it's this relationship of trust, right? So here is a group of people that I'm coaching, and I'm responsible for their development and their growth in Taekwondo, but also kind of as people, right? That's part of what we do. We don't want to just teach them to be fighters. We want to teach them to be good people, and that's part of the ethos of Taekwondo, right? And the tenets of Taekwondo. So this was a really good exercise to build trust. It's like, I trust you implicitly to run the image of our school that will be portrayed worldwide. Go mad, there's nothing wrong, you do it, and we trust you. And that trust was kind of definitely rewarded, because we got great content back from them, and we got authentic content. It showed me where they were social media savvy, and it showed me where they were social media not savvy. Hashtags to expand reach and so on and so forth. But it was cool. It was great to see, and I think it worked well. I think it worked well, and of course it was great to have the buy-in from the parents as well to do this and let us try this, you know, because it wouldn't work without that, right? This was also really, really good from the point of view of getting into the psyche of how these people work, right, and what I can see their strengths and weaknesses are now, and it gave me an insight that I wouldn't get from, you know, how do you think, you know, you're doing, or, you know, those meetings where you talk to somebody, or those discussions where you sit there face to face and go, so what's going on, and they kind of go, yeah, I'm good. This is anybody, right? This is anybody. It's not just in martial arts. It's anybody with responsibility that has leadership role or is responsible for people's development, you know, and you have to get that one-to-one relationship where there's trust there, and there's also a sense of, you know, I can openly communicate with you because there's no consequences or there's no fear of backlash or whatever, right? And this was really definitely built on this one, I think, you know. I got great insight because then when we discussed how it went, what did you think of that, what did you think of this, we got this cool incident, oh my god, it was this and it was that, and I have a load of responsibility, and I was, you know, it was hard to do because we had this and that, and, you know, so it gives me fuel now and fodder to really drive in on where I think they're strong and where I think they're weak, and not just in martial arts, but as we help them grow as people, right? And I think, you know, it speaks volumes to, if you trust people to do something and give them responsibility, you get a much more honest response, and you get a much more authentic response. You get a much more level communication field that allows you to build up and create the next level for development between the two of you, because I get more back as a coach, and they get more from me as a coach, and I think that's really, really useful. And it's, in terms of how the experiment went, I think I'd run it again somehow on a different topic. Maybe I'd let them be a little bit more free. I might set metrics on them for them to hit, and challenges or something like that, to see if they can really go deep on expanding social reach and social media marketing. But it's also a great lesson for them, right? For teenagers to be responsible for digital marketing, essentially, right? It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Not a lot of clubs will give that to their teenagers now. No businesses will give that to their teenagers. You know, most businesses don't have teenagers. But I think I would do it again, and I think I would encourage people to maybe try it, right? And let them off the leash, so to say. You know, it was a good experiment, and yeah, I think I learned an awful lot about how people communicate, and I gained an awful lot of useful tips as a coach to feedback, and I also gained a bit of an insight into how, you know, the teenager social media world works. Loads of fuel, loads of fodder, definitely worth repeating, I think. So yeah, let me know what you think of the idea. Let me know if you think you would try it. I'd be interested to see what people think of this. Maybe we'll run it again and show you some more results in the future. Cool.